His morning crew with Rob, Allison, and Jim.
It was back in the spring that we decided, let's find out about ourselves. We hear all about the DNA stuff, and it's all over the news, and find out about your heritage. And so we took the swab from MyHeritage DNA. Well, we learned a lot about ourselves, but can I tell you something? Alan Henderson, our general manager, really learned something about himself.
Yeah, about the same time, he also took the MyHeritage DNA test, and then 2 weeks ago, an email showed up in his inbox, completely rocked his world because the test revealed he has a brother in France that he never knew existed. Alan's with us this morning. Thank you for being here. So what was it like to find that out?
You know, it very, very surreal because I just, had no idea. I got to thinking about, I thought, France, how could it be France? Then I remembered my dad was in World War II, hit Omaha Beach, fought up through Normandy, and he spent from June 44 to November 45 in France. So I thought, it's possible. So I responded to the email. At first, I wasn't really sure if I should, but I did. And then I got a email back from Kyrene, his daughter-in-law. She's the one that encouraged him to take the DNA test because they'd been searching their whole lives for their family in America. And when she sent pictures, I told Nell, I said, well, we don't need a DNA test. It's just, you can tell that this is probably my older brother, which is what it came out to be. And really just a surreal, life-changing experience.
Hey, you said your dad was in World War II. You weren't even alive then.
No, I wasn't. I was born in 1953.
So your brother's a little bit older than you.
Right. He's about 72. So,
amazing.
And so, yeah. And, the thing is, my dad met Irene is Andre's, my brother's mother. And she said he was the love of her life. And he wanted her to come back to the States.
Wow.
But her brother was a part of the French resistance and had been captured and taken to Buchenwald camp and died there. And her mother was inconsolable. She couldn't imagine her daughter going back to America away from her. And so, she hid the fact that she was pregnant. My dad never knew. He passed away in 97, never knowing that he had another son in Europe. So it was all, and so Andre, my brother, he grew up his whole life not knowing anything about his family. All he knew was his father was an American soldier. That's all they knew. And they've been searching, scouring records his whole life. Because he said, I look in the mirror and I think, who do I look like? Where did I come from? And so it was just, so we've been conversing back and forth a lot.
This is a crazy thing. Your brother's retired, but what did he used to do?
Well, he was an evangelical pastor, kind of a part-time pastor, and then he worked with the postal system for a long time, but he's retired right now. But he was involved in ministry in the church.
Isn't that crazy? Alan's in ministry, and your brother you never met is in ministry.
And evangelical ministry, which in France, it's not as prominent as it is in the U.S. So, we started connecting all these dots. Yes, and he wears plaid shirts, and we both wear sweater vests.
And what about the cat? Tell us about the cat.
It's funny. They have a cat, and it looks just like our cat. Kind of a black tuxedo cat, and all these things, are just amazing. And his little granddaughter Eleanor she said we could have just put the cats on Facebook, and then everybody would have known you're brothers because you have cats alike. So it was just really all these things, all their lives they've been searching for this. So this has been a life-changing experience for them, and certainly has for us. It's changed our lives forever. Because we never would have thought that was the case. Wow. We just wish we could speak to each other, because we neither one speak, he doesn't speak English and I don't speak French.
You both need interpreters.
But you're kind of stumbling your way through it. You've been communicating and learning
I got a
things.
FaceTime video with them this weekend. All of a sudden, and we were trying to communicate, and what's funny? They listen to his radio. They've got the phone app and a computer app, and they were listening to the Sunday morning praise, and they've been listening to the station. And in fact, my nephew, who is an attorney in Nancy, France, he downloaded the app and he listens to his radio on his Bluetooth in his car every morning. So
wow.
He's just saying there's nothing like this in France. It's so encouraging, and we just so love it so much. So it just, the technology does make it kind of a smaller world in a way. But it just truly is amazing. And so we're still kind of discovering things and learning things about each family, and it's really exciting.
Yeah, I love how you already call him your nephew, and you just learned of him, right?
Right. And, he is so excited to be able to call me his uncle because he has no other family. His mother's family kind of disowned them, and so they just are one of the family. And so we are now a family.
That is so cool.
You are such an answer to prayer all the way over in France.
It was, and I had no idea. Just amazing. So, if you want to do that DNA test, you never know what you will find or who will find you.
That's crazy cool. Alan Henderson's our general manager. It's his story that you're hearing about. And wait till you hear how he's trying to learn French.
Oh, no.
Oui, oui.